The air crackles with energy. Giant cranes, towering metal giraffes move with balletic grace. Shipping containers, stacked like Lego bricks, stretch as far as the eye can see. Welcome to Shanghai, a modern marvel of global commerce where the relentless pace of China's export machine never sleeps. This is a port under pressure, a 24/7 symphony of logistics and labor. It's a testament to China's economic might, and a stark reminder of the country's pivotal role in the global marketplace. But behind this impressive display lies a complex story of trade wars, tariffs, and a surge in exports that has surprised even the most seasoned economists. China's export engine is firing on all cylinders, showcasing its unparalleled ability to adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing global landscape. In recent months, the country has smashed export records, defying expectations, and leaving analysts scrambling for explanations. This remarkable performance has been driven by a combination of strategic planning, technological advancements, and a relentless focus on efficiency. The numbers are staggering, over $540 billion worth of goods shipped out, a testament to China's manufacturing prowess and its insatiable appetite for growth. This figure not only highlights the sheer volume of goods being produced, but also underscores the global demand for Chinese products, ranging from electronics to textiles. This surge in exports is not just about raw numbers, it's a story of resilience. Chinese businesses have shown an incredible ability to pivot and innovate, ensuring that production lines remain active and supply chains stay intact, even in the face of unprecedented challenges. Despite facing a global pandemic, supply chain disruptions, and escalating trade tensions, China's export sector has emerged stronger than ever. The country's ability to maintain and even increase its export levels during such turbulent times speaks volumes about its economic strategies and the robustness of its industrial base. It's a clear indication that China is not backing down from a trade fight and is willing to use all its economic might to protect its interests. The government's proactive measures, including financial support for key industries and diplomatic efforts to secure trade agreements, have played a crucial role in this success. As the world watches, China's economic engine continues to rev up, setting new benchmarks and redefining global trade dynamics. To understand China's export surge, we need to look no further than the ongoing trade war with the United States. The Trump administration's decision to impose tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods has backfired spectacularly, creating a perverse incentive for Chinese exporters to ship even more products before tariffs rise further. These tariffs, like some kind of economic version of those weird bugs that eat your houseplants, were supposed to hurt China, to make its products more expensive and less competitive. Instead, they've had the opposite effect, pushing Chinese exporters into overdrive and flooding global markets with Chinese goods. Enter the world of front-loading, a strategy as old as tariffs themselves. Faced with the threat of higher tariffs, Chinese businesses have been racing against the clock to ship as much as possible before the next round of tariffs kicks in. It's a high-stakes game of chicken, and for now, China seems to be winning. Imagine a Black Friday sale, but instead of discounted TVs, it's shipping containers full of everything from smartphones to sneakers. That's front-loading in action, a mad dash to beat the tariff man and secure market share before the rules of the game change again. Section 5, Global Ripples, China's surge sends tremors. China's export surge is not just a domestic issue, it's sending shockwaves through the global economy. From factory floors in Vietnam to boardrooms in Brussels, businesses are grappling with the fallout of China's aggressive trade policies. This surge in Chinese goods is upending supply chains, shifting market dynamics, and forcing businesses worldwide to adapt or be left behind. Imagine a pebble tossed into a pond. The ripples spread outward, impacting everything in their path. That's China's export surge, creating a ripple effect that is being felt in every corner of the global economy. Section 6. The American response, holding the line or feeling the heat. The United States, the architect of this trade war, is now facing the consequences of its actions. The trade war, initiated with the intention of protecting American interests and jobs, has led to a series of complex and far-reaching repercussions. While the Trump administration has touted the tariffs as a success, the reality is far more complicated. The administration claims that these measures are necessary to level the playing field, and bring back manufacturing jobs to the United States. However, the economic landscape tells a different story. American businesses and consumers are bearing the brunt of higher prices. The cost of everyday goods has risen, making it harder for families to make ends meet. Small businesses, in particular, are struggling to absorb these increased costs, often having to pass them on to consumers. And the trade deficit with China, the supposed target of these tariffs, has only widened. Despite the tariffs, imports from China have not decreased significantly. Instead, American companies are paying more for the same goods, exacerbating the trade imbalance. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The intended solution has only fueled the problem, creating a cycle of economic strain and uncertainty. The tariffs, intended to punish China, are instead hurting American businesses and consumers. Small business owners are finding it increasingly difficult to compete, and factory workers are facing layoffs as production costs soar. It's a classic case of unintended consequences, where the measures taken to solve one problem have inadvertently created several others. The ripple effects are being felt across various sectors of the economy. A reminder that in the complex world of international trade, there are rarely any easy answers. Economists and policymakers are now grappling with the challenge of finding a balanced approach that protects national interests without causing undue harm to the economy. The situation underscores the need for thoughtful and strategic decision-making in the realm of global trade. Section 7. A future uncertain, navigating the trade war labyrinth. The future of the trade war remains uncertain. Will the Biden administration continue Trump's confrontational approach, or will it seek a more conciliatory path? The answer to this question will have profound implications not only for the United States and China, but for the entire global economy. Imagine a giant game of chess, with billions of dollars, and the fate of the global economy hanging in the balance. That's the state of play in the U.S. China trade war. A high-stakes game with no clear winners or losers, only consequences. Section 8. The importance of diplomacy. In this climate of uncertainty, one thing is clear. Diplomacy and dialogue are essential. The United States and China must find a way to engage in constructive talks to address their differences and to find common ground. The alternative, a full-blown trade war, would be disastrous for both countries and the global economy. Diplomacy, it's not just a word, it's an action. It's about picking up the phone, sitting down at the negotiating table, and finding a way to resolve differences peacefully. It's about understanding that, in the interconnected world of the 21st century, cooperation, not confrontation, is the only way forward. Section 9. Planning for the future. In today's rapidly evolving global economy, planning for the future has never been more crucial. As the trade war rages on, businesses and policymakers around the world are left to navigate a landscape of uncertainty. Strategic planning, diversification of supply chains, and innovative thinking are essential tools in this challenging environment. A deep understanding of the global trade landscape is more critical than ever. Companies must stay informed about international policies, tariffs, and trade agreements that could impact their operations. The only certainty in these uncertain times is that the rules of the game are changing. Businesses must be agile, ready to pivot their strategies at a moment's notice. Those who adapt fastest will be best positioned to succeed. This means not only reacting to changes but also anticipating them. So, buckle up, because the trade war roller coaster is far from over. The economic landscape is like a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs, twists and turns. It's a wild ride, full of twists, turns, and unexpected drops. Companies must be prepared for sudden changes in market conditions, supply chain disruptions, and shifts in consumer demand. And as with any roller coaster, the only way to survive is to hold on tight and hope for the best. But hope alone is not enough. Businesses must also be proactive, continuously assessing risks and opportunities, and making informed decisions to navigate through the turbulence. By staying vigilant and adaptable, companies can not only survive but thrive in this unpredictable environment.